All right, today we're going to talk about one of the biggest problems, the content gap that causes you content, social media, whatever, but especially YouTube content to not get you business, especially big clients. We're going to talk about what's going on, the lie of the ascension myth, 100K clients versus just those that want to be entertained, and then how to overcome and avoid the content gap and really start to get results. I've been doing this for years. My name's Ian Garlic. I host a Garlic Marketing Show, but also run videocasestory.com, founded that, and have a community of entrepreneurs that help with, especially agency owners, helping with them with great content that converts, that sells. Right? This is a big difference here. Is over the years I've seen people come up with all these content strategies, and people spend thousands of dollars on content that does nothing for them. And even worse, can actually turn off the wrong clients, right? Or turn off the right clients and attract the wrong clients. And then they're like, my leads are bad. Internet marketing doesn't work. So let's just dive into it. Let's get into this Miro here, and I'll explain the content gap because I think this is really important. And then we'll get into some things like the green zone and the core for converting videos that will help solve the content gap for you. So let's move over here to the iPad presentation. And so there's a bunch of different people, and they have different amounts of likes and comments and different amount of money that they'll spend, lifetime client value. So let's talk here, first of all, the naysayers, right? There's people that go out there and they're going to, for the most part, spend a lot of time just putting negative comments, telling you why things don't work, telling you what's wrong with your content. And if you go broad on your content, you're going to get more of these people. And it's frustrating. Not only is it frustrating, it's kind of, it's debilitating because you start thinking in your head about, am I doing the right thing? Next up, you have daydreamers. These are the people that want to be entertained by your content. And you're going to get a ton of these viewers. They will comment, but they're not going to take any action. They're not going to spend any money. These are the ones that are going to, watch things like Mr. Beast or watch Gary Vee videos, which I love Gary Vee. He's been on the Garlic Marketing Show. Awesome guy. He is aiming at these people because they might buy consumer products. But if you're in a B2B environment, if you're aiming at 100K clients, if you're aiming at large clients from your YouTube channel, you don't want these people. And we'll talk a little bit about why in a second. But next up, you have DIYers. And this is, I sometimes fall into this category, right? I want to know how to do something. Maybe it's, trim my lawn, right, the right way. Or right now I'm learning how to make tornado omelets. And I will go to YouTube and watch that. That's what's awesome about YouTube. And we go there to learn. And a lot of people go to TikTok to learn, but really people that go to YouTube to learn want a deeper video. Like I'll watch those shorts, but then I'll watch the longer video about my health, about business, about marketing. I follow a lot of people in that space, and I found a DIYer. I'm going to do it myself. And most entrepreneurs at some level are DIYers, right? Until you get to a bigger one, and then you realize that you need to not do anything yourself. You need to delegate. And we'll talk a little bit about that too. Then you got the course buyers, right? There's people that want, I do this, I fall into this category. Like I watch YouTube videos. I'm like, I want this more structured. I want some level of support. I want it really easy to find the right videos. And so I will get the course. There's the course buyer in there. And they will spend money on courses, right? There's some people that fall in the category of that's all they do is buy courses. Right? They'll buy course after course after course, not take any action. But then like I've bought courses anywhere from $100 to $500 that even up to like, well, this really gets in the done with you, $5,000. And these courses, I might be looking for one thing, but I will spend the money to shortcut finding this one thing, whether it's a template and training my company on AI, or a template for editing, or a template for color coding or color correcting in videos. I will buy the course for my team. It just makes it easier. I know it's structured better. Same thing with audiobooks, right? You can go find most of the audiobooks for free, but I like it on Audible. I like my access to it. So thinking through this, you're going to have some of this, but and then you're going to have the done with you people, right? The done with you people want some level of support. They know they need some level of support. They don't want anyone to do it all for them. Now, this can be a mix of people too. Right now, I am in the process of building some software. I want to know the intricacies of it myself. Even though I'm not going to do it all myself, I want to know how to talk to the people. And the smart leaders will know that. So that's one of the things that we're going to do is make sure, think about done with you. Then next up is the done for you people, right? They're like, hey, I just want you to do this. I will pay you money to do this. You've got a broad range of those types of people, but they will do it. Now, here's the difference is done for you people in general want to know how things work like I did, but then want to be able to talk to the people. Next up, you've got the 100K clients. These, and this, a lot of people are like, well, I don't have $100,000 clients. I'm like, it's a mentality. $100,000 clients want to pay to get things done, get it done fast, aren't going to nickel and dime you if they believe you can get the thing done fast, right? And done the right way and done well with it. And they'll pay a top dollar for it, right? They're not going to question your bills. They're not going to question. They want to know your methodology, but they're not going to question you all along the way because they're paying you well to do your job. This happens in agencies. This happens with attorneys. This happens with somewhat with consulting, right? They want to pay for the best. But then we move on, and there's even another level of those, the B&B clients, the bomb clients, because those are the bring me the best. I've had several of these, and they are just like, I want the best at that thing. I want the top level. I'm willing to spend whatever it takes because this is a problem I have now. Okay. Now, logically, you've been told, we've all been sold this idea of the ascension model, right? That, okay, you've got the 100K clients, even on the far right here, you might end up having $1 million clients, right? So these might even be like million. Let's put a little dollar sign there. And so someone might start with 0, and then maybe you've got the course buyer in here and you got someone with like the $17 product. And the ascension model says, hey, someone's going to enter here and then maybe they'll buy the ascension model. They'll go through a few things. They'll buy something for $97. Then they'll spend $1,000 to done with you. And then they'll spend $10,000. And they're in another course and you're going to do it. And then naturally they'll just spend $1 million, like get up to $100,000. And then they're at $1 million. This doesn't happen. I just did a post to it on Facebook. I will put a link to it if you ask me to. Comment below. And if you comment below if you want this chart, or any of the tools, and I'll give you access to it. So this is the big problem, right? This is the big problem in your content. Is that's not an ascension model. That's number one. And there's right around here, I put a space in here appropriately. This is where, the content gap happens. Why? Because if you're selling over here to naysayers and you're worried about it, so you're toning stuff down, or you're selling to the daydreamers who are going to collect and write a lot, you are possibly turning off these people here. You are turning off these people here, right? If you're getting all excited and you're doing the techniques and you're doing these fast cut ads and you're doing everything influencers tell you to do, you are not jumping the content gap. So you're speaking over here and not speaking to these people. And if you speak too much on the far left-hand side, right? Let's say agency land. This person over here, they might be like, how do I build a cheap website, right? you could get 10, 20, 30, 50,000 views. And this is the problem right here, right? Over here, you're going to get lots of comments and likes. So you're going to get this thing, oh, I've got a lot of people signing up, right? And I've got a lot of people entering course. Maybe you can get email opt-ins from these people. But you'll get them, and they will eventually, they might do up to, right, they might buy a course, right? Most of them aren't going to do the done with you unless it's very low ticket. So they will do this at low ticket, right? Someone over here on the far right does not have the time. They value, what do they value? Time, expertise, delegation, right? Sorry about my handwriting. So these people value that. So if you're spending the time to get the views over here, and coming back to the website example, how to build a cheap website, none of these people care about how to build a cheap website. They want to know how to decide who's going to build me a great website. Maybe they're thinking platform. What's the best platform for $1 million coach? What's the best platform for a DTC brand? They're asking those questions over here. So if you're building content over here for these people, you're not answering those questions. Now, that said, the other problem too is you'll get opt-ins on top of likes, views, and comments. The further left you go, the more engagement you're going to get. The more on this side you go, the more engagement you're going to get. So you're going to get that false positive. You might get opt-ins. You might even get phone calls, and you'll be like, man, these internet leads suck, right? They have no money because you spoke to them. And influencers need to be over here, right? If you're looking to be an influencer, you need to live on that left-hand side because that's where all the views are, likes, comments, but not all the money. There's less money on here. So likes, comments up, money down. Inversely, the further you go down this way, the lower likes, comments are going to go, right? So you're going to have something like this. So you're going to have less likes. Eventually, over on this side, almost nothing, right? You're going to have a few because you're answering very niche questions. You're speaking to very niche people. But also, these people over here are going to be lurkers, right? These people over on the far right are lurkers. So what does that mean? They will watch your content if you're speaking to them. All of a sudden, 2 years later, they'll be like, I've been watching your stuff for years. I get this all the time. I probably 2-3 times a week. I've been watching your stuff for years. I'm ready to go. The problem is if you are over here talking low ticket, getting the views, like I said, you're turning off these people so they won't watch the rest of your content. The other problem too is this is where you have to spend years, right? And tens of thousands of videos on, 10,000 videos. 10 years, you look at Mr. Beast. I'm using him as an extreme example, but he hit the lottery. And you have to have luck too. On this far right side, you need less videos. You need less luck. You need less time even involved. The problem is you're not going to get the likes, you're not going to get the comments, but you have to bridge the gap, right? You cannot get stuck in this content gap. Because what happens here is the people don't ascend. They stop in the middle here. So we've got the content gap right there. They stop. And you're like, what's going on? So you're not making more money. You're not landing those big clients. And in fact, you're turning them on. And so we assume we're going to get across it. But here's the interesting part, right? Most of the people, if you talk to these people right here and answer their problems, you can make courses that they're going to buy. Like I said, I buy those courses. You can make content that they're going to buy that might appeal to the far left. But your content will appeal to some people. I'm not talking left and right. I'm talking on the chart, right? No politics here. You might end up attracting some of these people because they're like, oh, I want to be a large DTC brand. So really speaking to those 100K clients, avoiding the content gap because you want the likes, comments, subscribes, right, will actually get you much better high ticket. I hate the word high ticket, but high value long-term clients. I've had clients for 10 years. They watch my videos, right? Because I'm not making stupid videos. I'm making videos for them that speak to them and their problems. So avoiding the content gap will get you results. It will land clients, and you will get those 100K clients, those clients just ready to work with you. There's a few things that you can do, though, to help avoid the content gap, and let's go into those now. So avoid the content gap. First of all, we want to speak to $1 million problems, right? $1 million problems, number one. And you've got to figure out what those problems are. But how to build a WordPress website is a $2,000, $3,000 problem. How to build a robust site for a political campaign. That's $1 million problem for the right politician. You got to listen to 100K prospects. So what does that mean? You've got to listen to them, what their problem is. You've got to interview them. If you have clients, you should be doing video case stories. Right? If you want to learn more, obviously I wrote a book, Video Testimonials to Land the Big Fish, how to interview those clients. You should have a case story tackle box. You should be discovering your perfect clients. I have a perfect client selector. I charge like $27 for it. If you're interested in it, let me know below. Notice though, that is still the perfect client is $1 million problem for the right person, right? And the perfect client selector isn't really isn't someone on the far left. So listen to 100K prospects. You've got to listen to them, pay attention to them. I talk so much about this. You need to make it a habit. And then once you answer those problems, you have to focus on the green zone. What is the green zone? So the green zone is from when they are, in their journey, they're getting ready to purchase. So they're thinking, I've got this problem. I need to solve it. I need to spend money with someone to help me solve this problem, whatever that $1 million problem is. That is a journey unto itself because they know they have a problem. They're doing some research on it. They're looking at options for help with it. Maybe it's done for you. Maybe it's done with you. Maybe it is a coaching group that they want, like a high-end coaching group. Or maybe they just want that's a B&B, bring me the best client. But you have to focus on the green zone. I'm going to go deeper into the green zone, but the best way to answer in the green zone is the core 4 converting videos. Those core 4 converting videos are your about us, your process, your FAQs, the FAQs of the $1 million, the $1 million clients, the 100K prospects. That's the FAQs that you want to go after. And of course, your video case stories. That's how I came up with video case story. It was the most effective video inside the green zone. That's why my clients go, hey, when you focus on the green zone, they don't need millions of views. A lot of my clients have less than 100 subscribers. Some of their videos have 10,000 views, but most of their videos are under 500 views. But they're making millions of dollars off of it. And I hear this all the time. So you've got to avoid the content gap, and you start by focusing on the green zone and those core 4 converting videos. There should be links to this down below, but if you have any questions and if you want any of these tools, let me know below in the comments, and I'll message you over some of the tools that you might need, including the case story tackle box. I can give some of you access to it, but anyways, that is the content gap and how to avoid it. I think it's one of those most important things if you are working with high value clients. And I look forward to your questions, your comments. Let me know what's not clear on here, what you want to know about, how you want to get it, where you don't understand the content gap, and maybe some of your ideas for avoiding it, or even show me some of your videos that really speak to those 100K clients. All right, thanks a lot, and I'll talk to you soon.